I used to live stream myself playing guitar on an old app that barely anyone remembers now. It was sort of a low-rent mix between Twitch and SoundCloud. The community was small, and most of us were just hobbyists. I'd set up my webcam, angle it toward my desk, and stream acoustic sets from my room a few nights a week. I wasn't popular. On a good night, I had maybe 10 viewers, usually the same usernames, occasionally dropping a comment or a thumbs up. Then one night, I noticed someone new. 4092311. No profile photo, no bio, just a string of numbers. They didn't say anything that first night, or the next, but they kept showing up. Every time I went live, no matter the hour, 4092311 was there. I told myself it was probably just someone shy or antisocial. Still, I started feeling watched. Then, on the 5th or 6th night, I was mid-song when they typed their first message. "I like when you play slow." I stopped strumming for a second. My chat was otherwise dead, just that single sentence in gray text. I kind of laughed it off, replied, "Sure thing," and played a slower song. Something about the way it was worded just gave me chills. A few minutes later, another message popped up. "Your window is open. That's good." I immediately stopped playing. I turned, slowly. My camera didn't show it, but yes, the small window to my right was cracked open. Second floor, so I never worried about it. But now? I ended the stream without another word. My hands were cold. I closed and locked the window, then drew the curtains. I sat on my bed in silence for a while. I tried to shake it off. Maybe it was a lucky guess, or maybe I had mentioned the window earlier and forgot. But still, I couldn't stop thinking about it. That night, around 2:45 a.m., I heard something. A soft, deliberate tapping. I sat up in bed, heart hammering. The tapping came again. 3 slow taps. Then silence. I didn't move, didn't speak, just stared at the window in the dark. I didn't dare look until daylight. When I finally opened the curtain, there was no one there. But on the sill, resting dead center, was a single quarter. Polished, clean, just sitting there. I moved my desk. I stopped streaming, deleted the app, locked the window permanently. I don't know what 4,092,311 wanted. I never heard from them again. But sometimes, when I play guitar alone late at night, I still glance at the window and listen for the tapping. In 2022, I posted a selfie to a meme subreddit. It was a dumb post, some trending caption, a bored expression, nothing serious. I wasn't fishing for compliments or anything, just playing along with the algorithm like everyone else. The post got maybe 40 upvotes and died quietly. I forgot about it by the next morning. A few weeks later, I got a Reddit DM from a brand new account. Username was just nonsense characters. The message read, "You have nice eyes." Better than in the surveillance feed. I stared at it for a long time, trying to make sense of it. I thought maybe it was just a strange compliment or a joke. I replied, "Okay, weird flex." No response. 2 days later, I got another message. This time, it included an image, a grainy screenshot from what looked like a security camera. It was me, taken from behind, walking into a local 24-hour convenience store. I recognized the back of my jacket. The timestamp was 3 days old. I froze. I checked my Reddit post again. No visible geotags, nothing connecting it to my real identity. I hadn't mentioned the store. Nothing about my face would lead to that. Then I got an email. Not a Reddit message, an email to my personal Gmail. The subject line was blank. The body contained only a Google Maps link. It dropped a red pin directly on my front door. That night, I called the police. I showed them everything. They filed a report but told me there was no direct threat, so there wasn't much they could do. I scrubbed my online presence the best I could, deleted old posts, changed every password, unlinked accounts, locked down my privacy settings. I also started sleeping with my blinds shut and a kitchen knife beside my bed. For months, I lived in fear, checking over my shoulder, always wondering if someone was following me, watching me through a lens somewhere. Eventually, the messages stopped. No more emails and no more images, but I still think about it. Someone saw my face for a few seconds online, and somehow, they found me. My store, my house, my life. I used to be obsessed with internet rabbit holes, ARGs, cursed websites, horror forums, anything weird, cryptic, or unexplained. I thought it was all just performance art, interactive fiction, nothing real, until I found The Room. It started with a Reddit thread, someone talking about a site that watches back. People were joking about it, sharing links. One of them was a plain black website with a blinking cursor and a single line of text, "Enter the room." I clicked it, expecting some edgy creepypasta or a screamer. Instead, my webcam turned on. No warning, no permissions pop up, just on. I slammed my laptop shut immediately, sat there in total silence. A few minutes later, I reopened it. The site was gone, just a blank tab. But on my desktop, a new folder had appeared. Room 0. I hadn't downloaded anything. I wasn't running any sketchy apps. But there it was. Inside the folder were 4 files. A .txt document, 2 .jpg images, 1 sound file. The text file said, "You've been seen. You've been let in. Leave the room quietly." The first image was a grainy still from my webcam, taken seconds before I shut the laptop. Me staring into the screen mid-click. The second image was me standing in a hallway I didn't recognize. I was facing away from the camera. Behind me, partially obscured in the shadows, was a tall, gray-skinned figure, faceless, thin, its hand extended toward my shoulder. I don't remember that hallway. I don't remember that photo being taken. I deleted the files immediately, ran every scan, factory reset the laptop, changed all my credentials, logged out of everything. But ever since that night, strange things have happened. My webcam still activates on its own, even after disabling it in settings. Sometimes when I open my camera app, I see a flash. A dark hallway flickering in the background behind me for just a split second. Gone before I can react. And once, just once, I heard the sound file. I didn't open it. It played on its own one night around 2 a.m. from my speakers. It was faint breathing, then a whisper. "You're still in the room." I don't search for weird sites anymore. I keep my webcam covered, but deep down, I don't think I left the room. I think it's still open, and I think something else came through.